Back in Conroe today, and one of my friends for one of my favorite builders in all of Houston hit me up and said, hey Aaron, I'm out of the trailers and I'm in my brand new model and I want you to come and check it out and let your followers know what we got coming here in Evergreen. And I said, bet. As a Highland Homes card carrying holding member, I'm here. I'll show my people what we got over here. So we're going to talk about pricing. We're going to talk about overall availability, incentives, everything that you need to know. And we're going to check out this brand new model home that no one in Houston has seen yet, but I got that special call because I'm locked in with Highland Homes. If that sounds good, stay tuned. This will be your garage area. So excuse some of the mess. This is legit. They're still on generator power, still getting things going. Literally got the call, was like, Aaron, you gotta come check it out. And I was like, we in there. So we're checking it out. Believe this is the Escalade plan. We'll get all the details and all the stuff, the availability, incentives, all that stuff like we said earlier. We'll get that from my girl Megan here in a second, but I just wanted y'all to see this thing before it's even ready. They haven't even got the stagers in this thing yet and y'all are already seeing it. Yeah, I'm with Megan in there. There. So that's 3 beds. That's your laundry. Jack and Jill bathroom in there. So this is giving Kingston vibes, and y'all know how I feel about a Kingston. If you're not new to the channel, you know how I feel about a Kingston plan, and this is giving Kingston vibes right now. So yeah, that was 1 bed over there, 2 beds over there, media, and you come into the open space. Yeah, this is heavy Kingston vibes. Additional hutch over here, beautiful kitchen, nice tall ceilings. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Slider is a must. I don't know if you can hear the hum, but they are still on generators over here. That's how early we are. This is going to be an extended patio. If I had to guess, the normal patio would stop probably about here if I had to guess on this one. But this one's going super size out here to kind of be a bump out off of the primary that we haven't seen yet also. Looking really nice. Nice size. Nice size. Beautiful window. Don't have the tub in yet. Coming soon. Yeah, we might have to do that in the crib. This is for Marissa. Y'all don't pay attention to this. This is for Marissa. We might have to do this in the crib because I'm liking that. I'm liking that a lot. Yeah, looking good. So this is giving me, like I said, heavy Kingston vibes. What I can't tell is if it feels a little bit smaller because there was an office off the front. We're in the Kingston, the office is off at the back. And you have the 4 bedrooms and media room, same spaces. So we'll get with Megan now to see what the breakdown is. This is some of their inspiration art of what it's gonna likely look like when they have it all decked out and looking all nice. But yeah, looking super nice. Looking really good. All right, we are in Evergreen with my girl Megan, and she's gonna give us the keys to the city for everything that we need to know about this community and what she has to offer over here. And so, out the gate, availability, price point, incentives, we're gonna hit all of that stuff. So let's start with the price point. What price are you servicing out here in Evergreen?
Good question. So we are starting in the 350s, all the way going to 450s.
Okay.
I got some quick move-ins that are going to be ranging from 415 up to 500. Quick move-ins are going to be 4 bedroom, 3 bath, 5 bedroom, 3 bath, 4 bath. So we have a lot of options here.
And when are those going to be ready? For
January,
those quick move-ins?
February, March are going to be the dates that are ready. So really coming up soon.
Okay. As far as the build process goes, what is that looking like for y'all? Is that like 4 to 5 months, 5 to 6 months? Kind of where is it ranging with where y'all are in Evergreen right now?
Yeah, so we have many different lots to choose from, but let's say you tell me you want to build starting today. It's going to be about a 5-6 month process.
Okay. As far as overall square footage is with the products that you do have, and this is a 45 foot or a 50 foot?
45.
45 foot. So what's the least amount of square footage that they can get with you? What's the biggest that they can get from a square footage with you? And kind of give me that whole range.
So we're going from 1,500 square feet, like 1,590, 1,600, all the way up to 2,900 square feet.
That's pretty big for 45. What plan is the 2,900 square feet?
My Panamera with a 5th bedroom.
And for those of y'all that have been following the channel, that's basically me and Marissa's floor plan in Meridiana. So if you haven't, go and check out those videos. But that's what you can get over here in the 45 foot section in Evergreen. As far as how many homes and lots that you have in your current section, do you know how long y'all are gonna be here? Is it a 1 or 2 year thing, 3 or 4 year thing? What's the plan for Highland Homes in this community?
Plan for Highland Homes right now is starting this first year.
Okay.
So we just got invited to the party here at Evergreen, and we have up to, I think it's 36 lots.
Okay.
We've sold 3, and we only have a couple of the big oversized lots left.
Okay.
So we're kind of just finishing out this section and gonna see what Evergreen has to offer us.
Gotcha. In terms of incentives, and we know that these things change, so don't hold her to this forever.
Please.
But in terms of incentives, what do you have right now? I know it was super popular a few months ago to give people like the generators and all of that stuff. So what are you guys offering up here right now, and kind of how does that stack up to maybe some of the neighboring communities like in Artavia or some of the other ones over here?
So it's a good question. So right now, and it's kind of brand new news, we are offering 5.25 up until the end of May.
Okay.
Limited time only, because it's something our company bought as a statewide option. But in terms of comparing different communities, I'm giving $10,000 towards closing costs with a build, $15,000 towards closing costs with inventory using Highland Home Loans. But the best part is I'm also giving $15,000 towards design options if you build with me too.
Okay. In terms of the you said 5.25?
5.25.
Is that for inventory only, or is that if you contract on the build, you can guarantee that through May? How does that work? Because I know some of the builders here will offer something, but it's on something that you have to close within 45 days.
Well,
how does that work for y'all?
So that's the best part, is that 5.25, let's say you want to build now and we can get it done before May, we're offering it. But because it's limited time only, I can't promise it. It's just one of those things where if you get in quick, we can offer that for you. And there's certain stipulations to get that, but it's definitely on the table right now.
Awesome. Okay. Last thing is in terms of the overall community, kind of where do you guys stack in from a price point to your competitors over here? Like what does that look like? I know there are some bigger products and there are some products that are going to be around a similar size with like a Chesmar and Shea over here. Not to name drop them, but where do you guys kind of stack into that lineup of Evergreen and what makes you guys different?
You're saying like as the community or,
Yes.
or Highland in the community?
In the community, how do y'all kind of fit in the size products of everyone over here, and what kind of makes you different for those that have a similar size product over here?
Yeah, so a lot of people will get lost in the 40s, the 45, 50, 55. It gets kind of wild when you start looking at it by the number.
Yeah.
But one of the things I like to brag about with Highland is we're pretty customizable. We like to do some changes, we can do some tweaks. You can go to a builder and say, hey, can you move this outlet? They're gonna tell you, no, we can at no cost. If you add things, it's a cost, but moving outlets, changing some things, we're definitely able to do that. So customizable, customer focused, we want it to be livable for you.
Gotcha. The real last thing, what is the earnest money deposit for you out here? I know that kind of varies from site to site and depending on kind of how things are going in the community at the time. But what is the earnest money deposit for you right now if they were to go through Highland Home Loans and if they were to come in with their own lender outside?
Earnest deposit to secure a lot and that home at a certain price is gonna be $10,000.
That's it?
That's it.
That's not bad.
That's it.
All right, so that's it for today. Megan, I appreciate you for taking the time, and hopefully we can get somebody to come over here and check you out. Just real quick, if they wanted to come and see you, what days are you here?
I am here Thursday through Monday, so I'm off Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And one thing that we didn't mention is the amenities. Do you already have something over the amenities?
So I have another video.
Okay.
But I was probably gonna do a little speed by on this one, but one of the things that makes you guys different in Conroe compared to Artavia is y'all are gonna have a pool and all the other things that some of those other ones just don't have over here.
Correct.
So if you wanna talk through some of the amenities really quick, I can go get some B-roll for it.
Oh yeah, sorry. So we have the resort style pool, we got pickleball courts, which I know is a big fad right now. We have a splash pad, parks, trails, a bunch of trails, over 4 miles of trails as well. So a lot to come, super exciting. Definitely want you guys to come visit.
This is definitely one of the, up in this area in general, is just super pretty, but this is one of the prettiest communities in Conroe. So definitely, if you're looking up here, definitely come check out Megan and the Highland Homes model, and I appreciate you.
Yes, thank you guys.
Thank you. All right, so we just met Megan in there. We also just met her VP of sales for the area. Super sweet people. Got some great things going on over here, and I can't wait to get my first Highland home in Evergreen. But now we're about to go and check out the other community that one of my other friends said, hey, Aaron, I got some inventory that I need you to come check out and help me get off the books. And so we're gonna go and do just that. We're gonna go to the other luxury community in Conroe known as Artavia, that many of y'all know, like, and love when I posted on the channel. We're gonna go and see what Highland Homes has to offer over there, so stick with me. All right, so we made it over to Artavia. My girl Sandra had an appointment, so we're gonna go and check out these inventory. Hopefully we can catch her before we head out, but Gwendolyn, or Mrs. Gwen, was gracious enough to come and let us in here to see these 3 inventory homes that I think are a great opportunity that they have over here in Artavia, and let's go check it out. So all of these are going to be 1-stories from various Square footage, basically 1,900 to about 23-ish hundred square feet. This plan in particular is the Denton plan. This is gonna be just under 2,300 square feet, 4-bed, and it is gonna be a 3-bath, 2-car garage. And again, this is the Denton plan. And these have been on here for a little bit, so you know we're gonna have some room. This should be your garage. Like I tell y'all all the time, if something's on my channel, there's an opportunity for us to do better for y'all. And so the fact that, you know, these have been sitting and my girl was like, hey, come out here and get these off my books, tells me that there's some room for us even still, after they've already reduced these to a great price. So let's see if this one checks the boxes for you so we can get out here and make it be a great deal for y'all. But enough of the yapping, back into the house. So we had the office behind me, the garage, and we have your laundry room, classic Highland Homes floor tile. These ceilings feel taller than normal. So this is kind of reminding me of that one that I saw in Meridiana, where the ceiling was just like way taller than 11 foot. That's just looking way bigger. A bunch of storage closets. All right, so let's keep tabs. So we had the office up front, 1 bedroom, some more storage. Got a full bath that's gonna service these 2 bedrooms back here. Pretty nice. And then you're gonna come into the main area. So on this plan, one of the things I like about this particular floor plan is you have kind of like a separate little niche for your kitchen table, where some of their 50-foot plans is like kitchen and your table has to go like right here. Beautiful colors. Sandra, you did a great job. If you picked this package out, you did an amazing job. Oh, that's pretty. Knowing what I know from Design Center, that's an upgraded tile. This is gonna be like a level 1 or 2 quartz, so that's updated or upgraded. That's gonna be upgraded cabinetry. Down here, it doesn't look like they have the pools in it, but that's something that I've negotiated on even our house, so that's something that they can add if you ask. If you ask hard enough, they'll add. Yeah, super pretty. Little pantry area. The new code for your plugs, you can't do them on the side of the cabinetry anymore, just because basically a bunch of kids were burning themselves with crock pots and little griddles. So you got to put it up top and keep it away as a safety precaution now. So our house was built before that code, so all of our stuff is still on the side. But this is the new code now for new construction out here. This looks like an oversized patio. So just counting the money, the oversized patio is typically anywhere from $8,000 to $10,000 to add that. But this makes a huge difference, because otherwise the patio would have been maybe like here and stopped, right? So to get that extra little space, you got your gas spigot over here. So, you know, if you wanted to have the grill over here, you still could. decent sized yard. This is about what you can expect on a normal size yard. You are up against the street, and in this community you just have this different style fencing going with the horizontal slat, whereas in some communities that might be a brick road or a brick fence that you have right there, but over here you just have that horizontal slat. But yeah, this is super nice, super nice. Liking what I'm seeing right now. Liking what I'm seeing. Upgraded stuff for sure. This flooring is going to be an upgraded flooring. And so we're just going in and we're counting the things that are structural adds, really quick and cosmetic changes. That's going to be a nice door. You have a lighting package that comes with the package that you pick. It looks like they went with the stainless thing. So the faucet and things aren't upgrades. The sink is going to be an upgrade. The cabinets, the countertop is going to be an upgrade. The flooring is going to be an upgrade. 8-foot doors throughout, that's going to be an upgrade. So yeah. The fixed windows here, that's going to be an upgrade. So just really quick, from a cosmetic and structural standpoint, that's probably 20 to 30K, the oversized patio of just finishes and structural changes. So you already are coming into it basically saving that money, coming into an inventory home. Pretty nice size. Again, we got the upgraded packages in here. Standalone tub, upgrade, several thousand for that. Tile all the way up to the top, upgrade for that. Nice size closet. So yeah, there is, just by my estimation, just quick dirty math of being in these design centers for this builder specifically, knowing them as well as I know them. There's probably anywhere from 30 to 40-ish thousand in upgrades and cosmetic changes for this house, which is about on par for what you could expect if you were going the build route, because this plan is going to be somewhere in the 400,000s. The normal person is going to put like 10 to 15% in upgrades in a plan like this. So if you were to build ground up and you had the funds and that's what you wanted to do, that's about what you should expect from a build standpoint. And what I can say, and what I do know as someone that has personally bought an inventory home from Highland Homes, is that they're not going to give you bare bones for their inventory. They just want a better client. They want someone that's going to come in that likes how certain things just look and have a luxury feel to them. I know that I've gone in some houses that are more expensive than this one that had carpet in their living room, which to me is just like, oh my goodness, yuck, right? But I have gone, and I think I've even showcased some of those on this channel, where this was a $600,000 house and it had carpet in the living room. And so there's just certain things that Highland Homes just isn't going to do to you. And this is a great example of what you can get. So yeah, $464,900, I believe, is the price on this one. This was the Denton plan. We have two more 1-stories, one that's a little bit bigger, and then we have one that's a little bit smaller, just so you can get a wide variety of range of what you can get. This is a 50-foot product, which means that the house is about 40 foot wide, because you have the easement of 5 feet on one side of your house, 5 feet on the other side of your house between the fence line and your house. Normal size lot. And so that's about the depth that you could expect. When you have a 1-story, your 1-story house is going to take up a large portion of your actual home and your home site. So it doesn't look like there's a lot of yard on this one. But on a 2-story, for something like this, similar size yard, it would feel like a much bigger backyard. I.e., for those of you that are not new, that have watched my home, it feels much bigger, but our lot is probably about the same. But yeah, gorgeous home. I think we do have some room on this one, like all of them, like I said. If you're following along, you're on my channel and you're looking at houses, if I've posted it, we can probably do a little bit better for you in some way, shape, or form. Right now, I believe they're offering $10,000 and $15,000 in closing costs on inventory. If you were to build, I think it's going to be similar to what my girl Megan had in Evergreen. But I haven't talked to Sandra to know if she has that special rate that Megan has. So that might be a point to Megan over there in Evergreen. But let's go get back to it. Check out a couple more of the inventories over here for my people at Highland Homes. Let me know what you think. And up next, we have the Davenport plan, which is another beautiful one-story. Now, if I'm remembering correctly, I feel like maybe this was Virginia's plan out in Fulshire, and y'all have always loved that one as a model whenever I show it on the channel. So I believe that is this one, but let's go check it out. This was gonna be closer to 2,400 square feet. It's like 2,350 as they have it. Again, another 4-bed, 3-bath, 2-car garage in this 50-foot section over here. But let me know what you think. Love the elevation over here. And then being up in Conroe, one of the pros of just being in Conroe, whether you pick here or Evergreen, wherever you decide, is just being in the trees, just the attention to leaving nature as it is. It's just something that I've always appreciated about Conroe. Nice tall ceilings again. Huge ceiling in here. Little vaulted detail in this office, super pretty. Again, 8-foot doors. We got upgraded flooring in here. So the same kind of trend, kind of over and over and over again with their inventory. Is not gonna be a settle tankless water heater. That's also pretty standard for all Highland Homes that I've sold over the last 2 years. Nice. So first bedroom in here, tall ceilings with a little vaulted look on this one. Semi-vaulted. See what the closet's looking like over here. A little bit bigger. Yeah, super nice. Another one. So this is basically a Jack and Jill without the Jack and Jill. Almost identical rooms and sizes and closets. Sharing this bathroom right here. Then we got another one. Laundry room. Staple for Highland Homes, doing the little pretty tiles. So I think I can see, I think I can see pretty easily where the extra 100 to 150 square feet is coming from. And it's basically the size of the bathrooms and the closets in all of the spaces so far. Yeah, everyone has had a bigger closet so far. Now off of this hallway, it looks like we lost the media space. And now I'm trying to remember, is this the model that Virginia has? I'm drawing a blank now, because I thought she had a media room off of her hallway. Let me make sure I didn't miss it. No, that's it. So we got a study back there. Storage over here. Garage. Bedroom. Another bedroom. Okay, so we got a bigger pantry on this one. And then we have this living room feels larger. And then the little side saddle area for the table over here feels larger. So it looks like these two spaces took the, yeah, it looks like these two spaces took the media room. Again, upgraded cabinetry, really pretty finishes, upgraded tiles. Charge port again. A little extra decorative wrapping there. You got the primary. Nice size. Oversized patio. We'll go back out there, check that out. It's a big tub. So big tub. Again, upgraded countertops, cabinets, tile to the ceiling, bigger closet. So in this one, you got bigger closets. The living room and overall family room area, dining area got bigger, but it looks like you lost an office. No, you got an office, but you lost a media room in here. Corridor still feels super wide. Great finishes throughout. Again, just with the 8-foot doors, fixed windows, oversized patio that we haven't checked out yet. Let's go out there and do this thing the right way. I'm seeing the gas spigot out here. Oversized patio with a back to what looks like a walking trail back here. This is every bit of, again, somewhere in that like 30 to 40-ish thousand in cosmetic upgrades and structural changes, which makes this worth it to me. Right around the same price point, that $464. I think from a standpoint of what I would pay or what my clients would pay, based on the fact that we don't have a media room in this one and we had one in the smaller plan, that would probably make that one a little bit more attractive. And so I do think that we would still have some room, like I said, on pricing for all of these. So we'll definitely go and make sure that we get you the best bang for your buck, but this is a gorgeous plan altogether, lots of storage. So you did get some more usable space in your overall like living quarters, and in your closets got much better in this house compared to the other one, but you gave up a media space, it looks like, for nothing. Basically those closets on this one. You still do get an office, but you did lose a media space that you would get in similar plans like a Kingston, or like the Escalade plan that we just left from the other community in Evergreen. And so this, I think, is actually a great comparison because the two are so similar in size and so similar in price and so similar in location that it's hard to not be compared to one another. And there's pros and cons of both communities. I would say the biggest pro that you have of this community is that this community in Artavia is at a price point and at a size where you're gonna have high values over here for a while. And I say that because you have entry-level stuff where this would kind of be mid-tier in the 50-foot range, but you do have some stuff that is smaller than this over here in Artavia. And then you also have custom homes and mansions over here in Artavia. So based on having a higher ceiling for your neighborhood, you're gonna always have pretty good values over here in Artavia. Similarly, in Evergreen, you have a similar thing, just not to the largest scale. Whereas you have some models in Evergreen that go up to 70 foot wide. Now they're not the builder that we're talking about today, but the values and the return on your investment is going to be great in any one of these locations because they have entry-level things that are underneath you that are going to be pushing up to your value, and they have things that are bigger than you that are going to be, you know, that you're going to be pushing your value up towards as time goes on in this community. So pros for both. The biggest gotcha about this community, to say that it is a potentially $1 million plus community for certain size homes, for them to not have a pool here is probably the strangest thing that I have ever seen with a developer. I don't understand why it happens. Now, I've been told over the last, I would say like 6 months, that there's been meetings and that it's sounding like a pool is coming over here in Artavia. But as it stands right now, there is no pool. And so that would be a little bit of a sacrifice that you would be making to be in this, again, one of the prettiest communities in Conroe. You have lakes, you have a little gym, you have a amenity center. It just doesn't include, at this point in time, a pool. And I don't know why they went that route. I take that back. I do know why they went that route. The legend has it is that the first basically sections of homes out here were some of the biggest priced homes, and they were kind of targeting people that would have the finances to basically do their own pool in their own backyard. And if you ride around Artavia enough, you'll see that basically all the big houses have their own pools. And so it's not a big deal to them. But for the people that are at that price point of that like sub 500 that maybe don't have the finances to do that, it's kind of a bummer for that buyer at this point in time. So hopefully they make that change. So if I had to go from an amenity standpoint, I would say that Evergreen is probably going to have the better amenity package currently as it stands between here and Artavia. But Evergreen is a little bit more narrow. So the corridor on this one, if you're comparing Artavia to Evergreen, it's a wider product. And so you're so close in price to potentially get a much wider, sometimes taller ceiling product over here. And so you're kind of splitting hairs with some of these things. It's going to come down to personal preference. I have clients that come here and they're just like, yeah, I like the master plan community feel, but I know I'm never going to use the pool. And I'm just like, okay, I don't know why you're buying in one of these communities if you're not going to use all the stuff, but I have people that are like that. And so in that case, either one of these communities are going to do just fine for you. They're both off of the 242 corridor. Evergreen is a little bit closer to Conroe, or a little bit closer to the Woodlands, just from a distance standpoint. And so there's a little bit of a notch there for Evergreen as well. But Evergreen at this point in time is a little bit smaller than this community. So there's pros and cons either way that you look at it. There's trade-offs with either one of them, but if you're going with Highland Homes in any one of these communities, you're going to be doing a great thing because it's literally one of the best builders in Houston. Amazing warranty. There's been things that have happened with my home that are probably on the edge of not even being a warrantable item, and I've still had my construction manager come out there, take a look, try to help me out, do whatever it is that they can do to help. I've had clients that have had issues with things that are also out of the scope of the warranty, and it's just like, hey, I'll send that text to the project manager and be like, hey, can you help my people out? They're having this issue with their house. And the answer every time has been, yeah, let me go and see what I can do, even if it's out of warranty. So I'm a fan. Again, Highland Homes card holding member. It'll be tough for Highland Homes to ruin that for me. They would have to do a lot of bad just because all the experiences that I've had with them so far have been really great. And this is another great example of what you can get in inventory. Upgraded stuff, still gonna have all the deals. We're still gonna have more room on this one. It's just depending on whether or not you think Evergreen's a good fit or you think Artavia is a good fit. But either way, if you're looking at Highland Homes and you're looking in that 45 to 50 foot price range where you're maxing out pretty much at 500K, I think it's gonna be hard to beat what Highland Homes is offering in any of these communities. And really quick, before we head out and we go and check out the last inventory home that I'm checking out for my girl Sandra here today. This is a great example of what a relationship that is built between someone that is active in the new construction space like I am, and the benefits that I have to being your realtor is that I know about opportunities like this. Half of these homes are not even listed on the MLS right now, and I have someone calling to say, help me sell this home, right? That is an extreme advantage for you as a buyer to have an agent like myself that have friends with not just Highland Homes, but Highland Homes is probably one of the most ones that I am plugged in with. And if there's a deal to be had with Highland Homes, I could probably make it happen for you. But I say all that to say that I'm here to be a resource to you. And just like my friend Megan over there in Evergreen said, hey, I have something that no one else has ever seen, and I want you to be the first one to see it and showcase it for your follower family over there. I say bet, because I have that relationship with them. The same way these houses are not listed on the MLS, and my friend Sandra says, hey, I need you to help me offload these things so we can go into the new year on a high note. Bet. These are just opportunities that you have for working with me as your agent, and it's not being braggadocious, it's not being cocky, it's just the fact that if you don't go with me in most of these communities, like any of these communities that you see on my channel, you're probably leaving money on the table, whether that's lower earnest money deposit, whether that's less money at closing costs, whether that's less money at the design center, whether that's more money off the price of the overall home. Incentives galore, you name it, you are probably leaving money on the table if you don't hit me up and check out any of these communities that are on my channel, especially with a builder like Highland Homes that I do a lot of business with. But the only way that I can be that resource to you is if you hit me up. If you insert me in the mix before you go out there, it'll be even better. If you go out there without me, like a lot of my clients are doing right now, and then say, hey, Aaron, I went out there, and when you get out on site, say, hey, Sandra, hey, Megan, Aaron sent me, they're gonna brighten up for you and be like, that's my guy, and we'll make sure that we get you the best deal possible. But the only way that I can do that is if you hit me up or you put my name down when you're out there at these sales centers, because again, I love my salespeople, but at the end of the day, they have an obligation to sell you their product in their community, and I wanna make sure that we step back and take a look at all the communities and make sure that it's the best one for you. And the only way I can do that again is if you hit me up or if you put my name down whenever you're out here touring, to make sure that we get the absolute best deal that you can get in this market. But enough yapping, let's go check out that last house. And so right now, this last one is a 4-bed, 3-bath, 2-car garage. It's a Colo plan, and I've never seen this plan in person. It's right around 2,000 square feet, so we're about to check it out together and see what y'all think compared to everything that we have seen today. But again, this is another beautiful opportunity of a house that is not listed on the MLS, that I know about, that the general public doesn't know about, that could be your home. This is right around 420-ish right now, but we still probably have some room on it, again, because it's on my channel. We got clout over here. So let's see if this one is a good fit for you. Let's see if we can get you a good deal before the year is out. So it looks like they have their professional photographer here. See if we can stay out of his way. Little Jack and Jill style over here. And this is, I won't turn the lights on because they're in there getting their footage. And I know the vibes. But again, 8-foot doors, upgraded floors. This one is staged with some different things to try to help sell it. But still, just the natural light in here in the complete dark. You can just see how much just natural light is in that house. Crazy. And this is the other side of the bedroom. So 1, 2 bedrooms over there. Did we miss one over here? Yes, there was another bedroom over here as well. So we got 3 beds so far. Your laundry with some storage. And then again, upgraded cabinetry, beautiful kitchen. Sandra did a beautiful job on the selections in here. Super pretty. Hutch over here looks gorgeous. Love this detail because this is a smaller house. Just by the number, this doesn't feel like a house that is under 2,000 square feet. This is just a beautiful use of the space. And that's another thing. Like, people get caught up in the numbers of it all the time. But honestly, when it comes to the numbers of it all, don't get lost in it. It's really going to be a look and a feel when it comes to the square footage of a house. And this is a beautiful use of under 2,000 square feet. Make sure I didn't mess up his shot. Guess not. Brother's gone already. So yeah, back into here is beautiful use of space. I love how they did this vault. This is very 224-ish vibes with the vaulted ceiling in the main room. Just a good use of space. Nice size primary. Looks like they went with a super shower in here versus having a tub. And there's your closet, nice size. So yeah, that's probably the biggest takeaway, is that I try to impress upon all my clients. People come in because wherever they're from, 3,000 or 3,500 square feet looks like something from wherever they're from. But you come down here, and in many cases, a 29 or 2,800 square foot house feels like that. And so you often don't have to spring for these super wide, large houses because, again, super wide corridor, this is staged, this is full size furniture. That's in this hallway, still plenty of room. This is in the living room, and this is not a huge living room by any stretch, but this is gonna be standard decorations in this space, and there's tons of room to entertain, for dinner, to cook, open concept to this. But had we just looked at strictly the numbers coming into this, if I didn't know better, I would be like, oh, 1,900 square feet, that's gonna feel tiny when it comes to it compared to the houses that we just left that were 2,300 and 2,400 square feet. However, this doesn't feel bad. In fact, there are some parts of this that I actually think feel cozier, that feel better, right? I love the detail of this ceiling. I wish the ones that we just left did that. And it's crazy how the smaller house of the 3 that we saw today, or of the 4 if we include Evergreen that we saw today, this has one of the prettier details, and it is the smallest footprint. So there's things that these designers and these architects do to make it feel like a way more baller space, even when they don't have the numbers, like the detail of natural light. That's almost like an an Everly plan sort of lighting. Newmark does this on their smaller plans sometimes to make it feel more elegant and more classy. So there's just things that builders can do, and Highland Homes is one of the best at doing that in all of Houston. And it's a reason why me and my wife have always kind of had an eye looking at Highland Homes. Is why so many of my clients look at Highland Homes and just truly enjoy what their homes look like. And even on an inventory, it's not much sacrifice. But when you have a great builder that has great design, great integrity, great warranty, in a beautiful community like Conroe, but is it enough for you?